Hi, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for the week of December 30th. So I start with my guides, and the image that they gave me as an anchor for this reading was you looking through a screen. And at first, I didn't understand why the screen was below you. And then I realized it was almost as though it was a sifting screen, the way you would look, the way you would see a prospector or an archaeologist sifting through to look for what was valuable in this stuff. And as I pulled the cards, what I realized is the suggestion for you is right now, it's a really valuable time for you to be looking back over things in your life, choices that you've made. What is present, not just from the past, but what is present now that you want to keep? What are you choosing? What have you chosen? What choices would you like to change? Really look at what is going to give you pleasure. Gemini, you have the capacity to be in many places at once. And when I say many places at once, I mean in your head. You also like to travel, you like to move. That's a natural aspect of being an air sign. And what can happen with that without you even realizing it is you can be so much in activity that you forget to check in. And you can go into overwhelm without realizing you're going into it. Now, you can go into overwhelm because of overthinking. You can go into overwhelm because of doing many things consecutively or all at once without really checking in as you're doing them to remember to ground in the process of it. And part of that is because you're quite comfortable not being grounded. But what is important for you to also understand as an air sign is that you're very inclined, all of our signs, whatever is our sun sign or the strongest focus of energy in our charts, is that we are more inclined to go out of balance in that energy and in the behaviors of that energy because we have a predominance of it. So it's very easy. So as a Taurus, which is normally a very stable sign, it's very easy for me to get stuck. You as an air sign, it's very easy for you to get carried away where you lose contact with what's relevant and what's important in your grounded life, in the structure of your life, in what needs to be done in a practical sense. It's not a criticism. It's just a statement of that's where you can easily go out of balance. The beauty of your brain and your mind and your air sign is that you can hold many different concepts simultaneously. It can lead you to be very eccentric. It can lead you to be quite eclectic. And it can also allow you to have a broad view and be very non-judgmental about different things and different people. That being said, it's equally important for you to pay attention to what's valuable to you, to not be so willing to just let people be who they are that they walk all over you, or that you subjugate yourself and your needs and your desires for them, which can be something that happens because you are social. You like that social context. You like things to be beautiful socially. So there is a tendency for that, but there's also a tendency, as I said, to not really stay in touch a lot with what is a good thing for you, what is going to ground you enough to be able to function well within your world in a way that is good for you, that allows you to apply all of this beautiful airy quality to yourself. You need some kind of structure. You need some kind of anchor. Excuse me. Just like the Taurians, the earth signs need something to help create momentum in their lives so that they don't get out of balance with their ability to be stable and get stuck. You benefit from that. Standing still long enough to sift through, look at what's going on, look at what can be discarded, look at what needs to be kept. And that is what I'm getting for you right now. This is a really, really good time for you to just slow down a little bit, Bring in your focus, especially if you've got a lot of things going on and a lot of potential happening in many different areas. So easy to go into overwhelm without realizing you're doing it. Calm focus. Bring yourself in. Gather your mind's energy like it's a beautiful laser beam. Really deliberately slow down. Take space. Take quiet. Take time away from taking care of other people and doing things for other people. Rest quietly within yourself. And please give yourself time to do that. This is what the guides are offering me for you. And that you let yourself choose and make your statements clearly about what is good for you, instead of just always abdicating in favor of somebody else and letting them choose because you want to take care of them, or because you don't want to rock the boat, or because you're just being your kind self. Okay? It's important for you. That's part of what is going to ground you. And that's part of what the sifting is going to be about. How do you know what to sift in and out if you don't know what you want to choose? So you got to slow down long enough in order to be able to do that. Okay? That's it, my friends. That is all for this week. I think it is. Is it? Yes. Also, check in with pleasure. It isn't, you see, because I forgot these. Check in with yourself. Your choices really need to be about pleasure. Getting out of struggle and getting into pleasure as a way of being able to function things, and also to remember that there is grace in your life. There is grace in your life. You have grace. It is something that is there for you. You can choose to lean into that. You can choose to rely on that divine presence supporting you. And that is one of the things that will help ground you. That is one of the things that will help get you out of overwhelm. And that is one of the things that is going to give you a sense of authority in your own life to make the choices that you need to make for you. Okay? All right. That's it. Now I'm done. Have a great week, and I'll be back next week. If you like, if it resonates, likes, shares, subscriptions, all very helpful and very much appreciated. Thanks so much, and I'll be back next week.